control you down every time I come around. What's up, though? We live, and I'm on here to talk trash to you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you don't know how to take the trash that I'm about to be talking. I don't know what to tell you, bro, but this is what I'm going to tell you. This is what I'm going to tell you. White people, the violent criminals. Yo. And, I'm gonna keep rage baiting with the names or whatever. We're gonna get this show done a little early today. A little early. I might come on tonight for the live music show. I might not. It just depends on what time I get back in the crib or whatever. Let me see. Make sure we got this going. My bad, I never even got this phone set up. I never even set up this phone today, Jack. I never even set up that phone. What is phone? I got a whole bunch of phones. For what? I don't even know. I got so many phones. But I'm saying F you and F your hoe. I got a bunch of phones. And my phones, they don't ring at all no more. You know why my phones don't ring now? Because there's this wonderful thing you can put on your phone. It's called Do Not Disturb. And I always got Do Not Disturb enabled on my phone. So because my phone's always got Do Not Disturb enabled on my phones, and you know how it be? Do you know how it be? Don't worry about it. There's always these fucking scammers coming in this joint. The first people coming in my stream every time be the scammers. It be the scammers. But are you guys ready for us to actually go down through the news like I did yesterday, like I did last night? Because I feel like that's going to be more or less of what we're going to be doing from now on. Like, other than that, this shit is a different load to you, bro. And that's why I took the path of least resistance with this now. Because I should have been on the path of least resistance, but I wasn't on the path of least resistance. But now we're on the path of least resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7. You know what the fuck they did earlier? They said 6, 7. 6, 7. We're going to find out in a few seconds. Go live. There's never a right time to get on live. So you know I gotta start this other phone. So you guys can watch the show all day. Listen to your heart and your mama's calling. They can't do it. Oh no, you just can't do it. You guys ready for the past 24 hours of trance? We got Rick on this joint. From Spaceballs 2. Spaceballs is trending again. They gonna make a new fucking Spaceballs movie. Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on, right? And then if you guys want me to get into the subject that I made the title name, we might get into it later. But I'm pretty sure the news is gonna speak for itself. And after we're done with the news, right, it's gonna prove my fucking point. Come on, IGN. Vanity. I don't know if you gotta pay for Vanity. We about to find out though. Come on, Vanity. We need you, Vanity. Vanity. Nobody said anything positive about you in a long time, Vanity. Read on. No, not the web search. Read aloud. Read aloud. The fuck? The Hollywood. The Hollywood. Come on. We're trying to find out about Spaceballs, guys. We're trying to find out about Spaceballs. And they're not letting us see it. We're going to search it. We're going to search it. Go to news. Like, I need you to read for me, bro. USA Today. USA Today always allows us to read it. Remember, I don't know how to stop in the ad blocker.
Rick Moranis is back. Spaceballs 2 to mark actor's first film in over 20 years. Brendan Morrow. USA Today. What is Trump's role in...
May the Schwartz be
May the
with
Schwartz be with him.
May the Schwartz be with him.
72 is officially returning to acting after a lengthy hiatus to star in the highly anticipated comedy sequel, Spaceballs 2. Amazon MGM Studios has confirmed. The Honey.
Hold on. They got him back? They got him back? How the fuck? Is he going to be Dark Helmet again? He's going to be the fucking Dark Helmet again. Wow.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Star's involvement was announced on September 25th as the studio released a photo of the cast at a table read. The picture was a spoof of a...
Alright, so I feel like it would be only proper to cross-platform everybody. So right now we have YouTube in here, we have Rumble in here, and we have Twitch in here. And everybody is sitting at 3 people watching, but I guess it's 2 people because it includes myself. But either way, guys, either way, chat, we're going to see who can get more views, YouTube or Rumble.
Similar photo that was released from the table read of Star Wars, The Force Awakens, in 2014. Moranis, who played Dark Helmet in the original 1987 Spaceballs movie,
and I'll just
hasn't
say that
starred in a live-action film since 1997's Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves.
He hasn't been in a movie since 97. I feel like that's a lot. Hasn't he been in TV or something? You know what? I haven't watched TV in about that long, too.
Ourselves. His last movie credit was a voiceover role in 2000 SIXS, Brother Bear 2. I pulled out of making movies in about 96 or 97. The actor told USA Today in 2005. I'm a single parent, and I just found that it was too difficult to manage.
Bro, you in your 70s. What the fuck you mean you're a single parent? You mean you're a single grandparent? A single great-grandparent? He fuck around be a single great-great-great-grandparent. And you know your wife was going to leave you anyway. You kept shrinking yourself and shrinking the fucking kids and blowing up the baby and all that other weird shit.
Manage raising my kids and doing the traveling involved in making movies. So I took a little bit of a break.
I just want to know why your wife left you along with them kids after knowing you like to do science experiments on the whole family.
Break. And the little bit of a break turned into a longer break. And then I found that I really didn't miss it. Looking for a free mini puzzle? Play the USA Today Quick Cross now. Spaceballs returns for a sequel with Mel Brooks, 98, as Yogurt. 2015, Moranis clarified to The Hollywood Reporter that he had not officially retired from acting, though he confirmed he turned down a role in the then upcoming reboot of Ghostbusters.
My bad, guys.
I'm interested in anything that I would find interesting. I still get the...
He didn't want to do Ghostbusters? He didn't want to do the reboot of the Ghostbusters? That is weird. That is corny. Like, what, bro? But you back for Spaceballs, though. Well, Spaceballs was better than fucking a lot of other movies.
Occasional query about a film or television role. And as soon as one comes along that piques my interest, I'll probably do it. He said at the time. He added, yes, I am picky, and I'll continue to be picky. Picky has worked for me. In 2000...
He said, if it's not a fucking sci-fi movie, I don't want to do it. If it's not a sci-fi movie, then I don't want to do it. So, that movie you talking about, Ghostbusters, I'm so fucking confused, because Spaceballs lines up with Ghostbusters.
In 2018, Moranis reprised his role of Dark Helmet in an episode of the sitcom. The Goldbergs.
Mel Brooks,
99, is also returning for a role in Spaceballs 2, the sequel to his classic 1987 spoof that was a parody of Star Wars. Josh Greenbaum is directing the follow-up film, and Josh Gad, who co-wrote the screenplay, will star. Josh Gad confirms he's making a Spaceballs sequel with Mel Brooks, a dream come true. Working with the legendary Mel freaking Brooks to make something worthy of this franchise, and his legacy has been a dream come true, Gad said in 2024. The cast of
But I can't believe they're making a Spaceballs too, right? Like, matter of fact, it goes on par because they made a scary movie. What, like 10? They made so many fucking scary movies. It was retarded. Spaceballs was like the scary movie for like Star Trek and like Star Wars and all that shit. I like Star Trek better than Star Wars. I feel like Star Wars is more of a nerd thing because like Star Trek used to come on. At least if you was like an early millennial, right? If you like remember the 90s, you remember at a time that Star Trek used to come on at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Star Trek used to come on when the bars would close, right? So if you remember the days when you would come home when the bars would close and Star Trek was on, you sitting there smoking a drink and watching Star Trek, you a fucking real one. Because that shit was a fucking trip. And you probably didn't have cable either. I still don't have cable though. I don't know what fucking cable's like.
Spaceballs 2 also includes Keke Palmer, Bill Pullman, Louis Pullman, and Anthony Carrigan. The film is set for release in 2020.
You got some of this 99 in the fucking movie. They're gonna wait 2 more years to make a movie, but they already casted somebody that's over a fucking like, yo, he's gonna be 101 years old when the fucking movie come out. He's not even gonna see the movie he's making. Okay, we got George Soros. He's trending right now. I don't know if Trump is threatening George Soros, or George Soros is threatening Trump, or Trump is blowing George Soros. I don't know. I don't know what to expect these days. I just know everybody in the whole joint be lying or whatever. So we're going to find out about George Soros and Trump.
George Soros Foundation hits back at Trump after report that DOJ plans to target group. New York Times reports Justice Department is pushing attorneys to investigate as Trump ramps up attack on rivals.
Well, it's kind of sad you would target the Soros group when you needed the Soros group to get J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance is Soros group funded. Like, you guys don't know? I'm trying to tell you guys. It's all the same fucking team. We're not part of it. You're not in the party. You're just hanging out outside of the party rooting for it.
Sam Levine in New York. Thursday, September 25th, 2025, 14.48 EDT. Last modified on Thursday, September 25th, 2025, 15.25 EDT.
Wow.
Share. The Open Society Foundations, OSF.
Yeah, guys, make sure you share. Hit the like button. You ain't subbed already, fucking sub.
Major philanthropic group funded by George Soros has criticized the Trump administration for politically motivated attacks on civil society after a report that the Justice Department had instructed federal prosecutors to come up with plans to investigate the charity. The New York Times reported on Thursday that a lawyer in the office of Todd Blanche, the Deputy Attorney General, sent a memo to several federal prosecutors and attorneys' offices in California, New York, Washington, D.C., Chicago, and Detroit, offering a range of charges to consider against the group. Those charges included racketeering, arson, wire fraud, and material support for terrorism, the newspaper reported. The push comes as Trump has ramped up efforts to deploy the Justice Department to target his enemies. He has pledged to crack down on left-wing groups in the wake of Charlie Kirk's killing and has repeatedly singled out Soros, a major funder of liberal groups.
I'm just trying to figure out, right, why... Like, crazy people don't have nothing to do with politics. Most people aren't involved in politics. He could have just been a regular dude that thought Charlie Kirk was a fucking racist transphobe or whatever. And dude, from what I'm seeing about this dude, he was like one of them fruitcakes that didn't want to accept he was a fruitcake. So he was like going halfway. You know what I mean? Like, he was halfway to being the fruitcake. So because he was halfway to being the fruitcake or whatever, and he didn't want to accept he was a whole fruitcake or whatever, this is kind of why he did the thing to Charlie. Because he was like, trans women are real women. Well, you know, now you're really a prisoner, bro. Have fun. Fucking goofy.
Groups as a target. We're going to look into Soros, because I think it's a RICO case against him and other people, Trump said on September 12th, using an acronym to refer to racketeering charges. Because this is...
Oh, you know what's crazy? I heard Kim Kardashian is about to be on a RICO, too. Is Kim Kardashian related to the Soros? You know who's related to the Soros, though? Trump. That's his cousin.
More than like protests. This is real agitation. White House aide sworn in as interim U.S. attorney after Trump fired predecessor. Read more. In a statement, the OSF described the effort as meant to silence speech the administration disagrees with and undermine the First Amendment right to free speech. The Open Society Foundations unequivocally condemn terrorism and do not fund terrorism. Our activities are peaceful and lawful, and our grant...
All y'all motherfuckers is terrorists on both sides. On both sides. The Republicans and the Democrats are terrorists. They run multiple terror organizations that go around the whole country. The whole world, I mean. The whole world.
Grantees are expected to abide by human rights principles and comply with the law. It said in a statement, when power is abused to take away the rights of some people, it puts the rights of all people at risk. Our work in the United States is solely dedicated to strengthening democracy and upholding constitutional freedoms. We stand by the work we do to improve lives in the United States and across the world. Trump has pledged to prosecute Soros and has increased pressure on the Justice Department to prosecute it.
So Trump is going after his cousin Soros. Soros is going after his cousin Trump. They might make a butt baby. If you watch South Park, you know.
His political rivals. Last week, Trump forced out a top federal prosecutor in Virginia after it was determined there was insufficient evidence to bring criminal charges against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. Trump installed a White House aide, Lindsey Halligan, in the role, and prosecutors are said to be nearing filing charges against Comey. Explore more on these topics. George Soros. Trump administration. U.S.
How about no? How about no? I heard enough about fucking George Soros for one lifetime. And all y'all other goofy motherfuckers. Let's see what else. It's usually sports that's fucking trending most of the day. I'm shocked most of this lower trending is in sports.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus brings her puppy, and First Amendment remarks on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Evolve editors. Friday, September 26th.
I do want to say one thing, right? I got to issue a correction. So we might issue the correction on the live stream. But I do want to issue a correction, right? I thought patriots were only the veterans that served in war. No, but patriots are veterans. So, like, all these goofy-ass podcasters that's on here calling themselves patriots or whatever, like, think Alex Jones and Nick Fuentes, them motherfuckers ain't patriots because they never served. I had to talk to people that actually served. In order to be a patriot, you had to serve in the military. A patriot is like a synonym for veteran. I thought a patriot was above a veteran. No, it's a synonym for a veteran. But still, my point is the same. There's a lot of motherfuckers online calling themselves patriots and they never fucking served a day. They never even been through boot camp. They never even been through a fucking prison boot camp. I've been through more boot camp than these goofy motherfuckers and I've never been in the service.
Friday, September 26th, 2025 at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. 2-minute read. At Yahoo on Google. Photo credit at Jimmy Kimmel Live /YouTube. Generate key takeaways. Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
And then we gotta correct something else. Like, Jimmy Kimmel came straight online and he was crying about Charlie. He was crying about Charlie. He was sorry about Charlie Kirk going or whatever, right? Now, me, I'm a fucking monster. Just remember that.
Louis-Dreyfus made a statement when she made a guest appearance in a new episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, along with her adorable family puppy. The episode aired on September 25th. While on the talk show, the comedian actor revealed that she brought her family puppy with her as she wanted to give her friend and the show's host, Jimmy Kimmel, a moment of comfort after what went down with him the previous week. Julia Louis-Dreyfus' pup Ethel had her moment on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Julia Louis-Dreyfus' cute little family puppy stole the spotlight when the comedian actor arrived in a new episode of the talk show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, with her. The furry baby made the show's host and the audience members very happy with her presence. Soon, the Seinfeld star revealed the pup's name, which is Ethel. She then went on to share some details about the fur baby. Julia Louis-Dreyfus said, I want you to meet Ethel. She is my sister and her family's puppy. She's 3 months old. After that, the actor-comedian explained the reason why she decided to bring Ethel with...
She said, I want you to meet my puppy. Will you pet my puppy? Will you touch my kitty?
With her on the show. Advertisement. While addressing the host, Jimmy Kimmel, she expressed, I thought it's been so crazy this last week. That to be with a puppy might do you some good. Last week, ABC pulled the show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, off the air abruptly. However, it made its return on...
It's so funny how they say Jimmy Kimmel Live. It's live, bro. It's live, goofy ass AI. I should change the voice, see if it do different.
While addressing the host, Jimmy Kimmel, she expressed. I thought it's been so crazy this last week. That to be with a puppy might do you some good. Last week, ABC pulled the show. Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air abruptly. However, it made its return on September 23rd. The comedian and actor then handed the puppy over to the host, who held her affectionately. In the meantime, Julia Louis-Dreyfus also made a statement during the show's episode. The Veep actor humorously explained why Ethel wanted to come to the talk show. She said she particularly wanted to come on because she's a huge fan of the First Amendment. In response to that, Jimmy Kimmel playfully noted that a lot of dogs nowadays really love free speech. After that, the comedian actor expressed her heartfelt love and respect for her friend, Jimmy Kimmel. I think what you have done in this last week has been brave and powerful, she added. Originally reported by Nikita Knapp.
I feel like all these motherfuckers is goofy. You know? They probably lined up Jimmy Kimmel to be a president in like 4 to 8 years or whatever. And I saw this goofy motherfucker on here earlier with a Trump 2028 hat. And like, I don't even know how to tell him. But I just want to let you guys know that even Trump thinks MAGA is stupid. Even Trump thinks MAGA is stupid at this point. I'm pretty sure. That's the only reason why he's selling you guys 2028 hats. Even Trump thinks MAGA is stupid. And he's just like trolling the whole world. He's trolling the whole world. Trump is a fucking massive troll.
Special Forces, world's toughest.
Why do you think he gave a fucking Medal of Honor to another troll? He knows how it is. Being a troll ain't fucking easy.
Toughest test loses first celebrity on day 1. Find out which Bravo reality star nearly fainted before giving up and going home during the very first grueling challenge on the season 4 premiere of Fox's Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. By Brett M. Malech, September 25th, 2025, 10 o'clock p.m. tags. Training camp isn't for everyone.
Yeah, like all your conservative podcasters that call themselves patriots. Training camp wasn't for them. That's why they never did boot camp.
Celebrity has already called it quits on season 4 of Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. During the Fox reality competition series September 25th premiere, the new recruits' strength and endurance were put to the test on day 1 as the stars were immediately split into 2 teams and tasked with rappelling down from a helicopter hovering high in the sky above the Moroccan.
Why do I feel like I would do something like this? Like, this sounds so fun. This sounds fun. Say something in the comment section, bro.
Moroccan desert.
If it don't sound fun, you're lame.
The challenge proved difficult for Brittany Cartwright right off the bat.
Now, I don't know if I would do it, but it sounds fun.
After they landed safe on the ground, the recruits then had to carry enormous barrels and heavy bags of grains and other equipment needed for the rugged campsite where they will be living throughout the season. The strenuous task left many stars exhausted, especially Brittany. I'm, like, dying, sorry, the out-of-breath Bravo-celebrity told Special Forces trainer Jovan Q. Quarles. I can't. I don't think I can make it. In a confessional, the Valley star reflected on feeling out of shape amid the intense competition. Photos. A timeline of Jax Taylor and Brittany Cartwright's breakup. I'm not the fittest I've ever been in my life, that's for sure, Brittany, who shares Sun Cruise 4 with ex-Jax Taylor, shared. But chasing around my 4-year-old has been very helpful. Ultimately, Brittany's team was the slowest to complete gathering their survival necessities and, as punishment, had to run back to camp on foot. The news sent Brittany spiraling as she reacted, I'm gonna have a panic attack. Although the Vanderpump Rules alum attempted to keep up with her co-stars, she hit a wall 500 yards into the sprint. Fox. I feel like I'm gonna pass out, she told.
So if I want to make the AI say fuck, I just gotta make it say Fox. Fox. Hold on. Yeah, it just gotta say Fox, all in capital letters.
Q as he tried to motivate her to finish. I'm sorry. While Q reminded
You know what she
Brittany,
said?
You know what
She
this
said,
means,
do you wanna...
right? Fox.
Do you wanna...
I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
Do you wanna...
Fox. I feel like I'm gonna pass out, she told Q as he tried to motivate her to finish. I'm sorry. While Q reminded Brittany, you know what this means, right? The 36-year-old insisted, I don't want to be the first to go, but... Q encouraged her, you gotta dig deep and figure out how bad you want this to see. Unfortunately, Brittany couldn't gather the strength.
They end up bleeping it out, though. Why do they bleep it out? Hey, it makes it easier, though. This is why I'm done fucking watching people's videos on here when I'm fucking making content. Because, like, what? What the fuck is y'all gonna do? Say this shit ain't fucking fair use, Goofy.
Strength to continue on in the competition, as she noted. I can't. I'm gonna throw up. I'm really sorry. I feel like the... A defeated Brittany lamented after agreeing.
So you guys know, she said she feels like shit.
Agreeing to go home, I knew I was gonna be first. I f-king knew it. So embarrassing.
I'll translate. She said fucking. I fucking knew it.
Embarrassing. Pete Dad/Fox. With Britney being the first celeb to go home, that left 17 stars.
So did they say Pete fucked his dad?
Stars still in the
okay.
competition, including fellow Pete Dad/Fox. With Britney being the first celeb to go home, that left 17 stars still in the competition, including fellow Bravo celebrities Teresa Giudice, Gia Giudice, and Eva Marcel, former Empire star Jesse Smollett, sister wives Cody Brown, couples
They had Jesse on the joint? I wonder why they didn't have Carly up there.
Eric Decker and Jesse James Decker and Sean Johnson and Andrew East and podcaster Brianna Chicken Fry LaPaglia, among others. Special Forces, World's Toughest Test airs Thursdays at 9 p.m. on Fox. In the meantime, keep reading to meet all the celebs competing on Season 4. Fox. Chanel Iman. Supermodel.
Supermodel. Fox.
Randall.
Fox. Fox. Hannah Palmer. You might have to start speeding this up.
Sacha Baron Cohen, 53, moves on from Isla Fisher divorce with 27-year-old OnlyFans model. Report. By Vanessa Cerny.
What? So hold on. She left her husband to go fuck a OnlyFans model? Or is she the OnlyFans model? Is she paying a trick? Did she leave her husband for a trick? She's gonna spend all her husband's money tricking.
Published September 25th, 2025, 7:40 p.m. Eastern Time. 148. Sacha Baron Cohen reportedly stepped out for a date night with a 27-year-old OnlyFans model after finalizing his $75 million divorce from Isla Fisher.
I thought Sasha was a girl. Sasha's a boy? Sasha, what's wrong with you? Sasha! Sasha!
The Borat star, 53, and Hannah Palmer were photographed leaving dinner together at an undisclosed location this week, according to photos obtained by The Sun on Thursday. They left the restaurant separately before jumping into the same Cadillac Escalade limo. Sacha Baron Cohen, seen here in 2024, was photographed on an alleged date with a 27-year-old OnlyFans model.
Wow.
GC Images.
Oh, this is the OnlyFans
According to
model?
photos obtained by The Sun, the Borat star, 53, was seen leaving dinner with Hannah Palmer, photographed here in August.
Wow.
Shutterstock/background.
So, he's giving half his money to his wife and the other half the money to the OnlyFans star. So, CNN got Netanyahu trending or whatever. So, what's going on with Netanyahu today? Is Kyle's mom, are you guys voting at Kyle's mom? Are you guys betting on Kyle's mom? We should bet on Kyle's mom on the prediction markets. I haven't even talked about South Park yet. We might do that later.
Delegates walk out on Netanyahu's speech at UN General Assembly.
Okay.
By Lauren Kent, Dave Ali.
What you need to know.
What you need to know. In an address to the UN General Assembly, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed to finish the job of eliminating Hamas in Gaza. Scores of delegates walked out in protest before he began speaking. The speech was also broadcast via loudspeakers on the Gaza border as part of what is...
So his own people don't support what he's doing. Just remember that. Like, we're not even talking about the religion aspect to it or whatever, right? His own co-partners in government is protesting him.
What his office calls a public diplomacy effort. Netanyahu will meet Monday with U.S. President Donald Trump, who has vowed to block any attempt by Israel to annex the West Bank, a message that comes on the heels of a U.S. proposed peace plan recently discussed with Arab leaders. A senior Hamas official has defended carrying out the October 7th attacks, telling CNN that it created a golden moment for the Palestinian cause despite the tens of thousands killed in Gaza. 24 posts. 8 minutes ago. People in Gaza tell CNN they did not receive messages broadcasting Netanyahu's speech. From CNN's Ibrahim Daman and Ayad Kordi. Multiple residents in Gaza told CNN they did not receive messages to stream Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's speech at the UN General Assembly this morning, despite his claim. Thanks to special efforts by Israeli intelligence, my words are now also...
How would he even contact him, though? Like, you got him in, like, no man's land. Like, how would you... That don't make sense. That don't make sense. Matter of fact, we're going to leave Netanyahu alone. Just know, it looked like a pretty good bet to say that Kyle's mom isn't going to do anything like that, you know. We got the Hill on here. What's going on with the Hill? Wow. What is this?
Ex-FBI Director James Comey indicted. 5 Things to Know. By Ella Lee, Zach Sconf.
We're going to say we're going to pull up on Politico. Because Comey has been indicted. I'm
Meet
so
the judge who will oversee
excited.
James Comey's criminal case.
Comey got
U.S. District
indicted.
Judge Michael Nachmanoff, a
And I
2021 appointee of
know.
President Joe Biden, was randomly assigned Thursday evening to the Comey case. Former FBI... The criminal case against former FBI Director James Comey, ordered up by President Donald Trump as he seeks to punish one of his oldest adversaries, will be resolved by the newest judge in the federal court where Comey was charged. U.S. District Judge Michael Nachmanoff, a 2021 appointee of President Joe Biden, was randomly assigned Thursday evening to the Comey case, which quickly took on national urgency over questions about Trump's deployment of federal prosecutorial power to exact revenge. Nachmanoff, who sits in a federal courthouse in Alexandria, Virginia, has had some brushes with Trump world before. As a federal magistrate judge, Nachmanoff presided over the 2019 arraignment of 2 associates of Rudy Giuliani, Lev Parnas and Igor Fruman, who were charged with campaign finance violations. He released them on a $1 million bond. More recently, Nachmanoff permitted the CIA to fire a doctor who had been targeted by Trump's allies for her role advocating for mandatory COVID vaccines in the military during a prior stint at the Pentagon. Nachmanoff won confirmation to the federal bench on a 52-46 Senate vote, winning the support of just 3 Republican lawmakers, Lindsey Graham, Susan Collins, and Lisa Murkowski. Watch The Conversation. 34:16. Trump AI advisor wants American AI, not woke AI, The Conversation. Before his 6-year stint...
What? I feel like that's more interesting than whatever the fuck's going on with Comey. Trump wants American AI, not woke AI.
Trump AI advisor wants American AI, not woke AI, The Conversation.
Oh, we about to look this up. We gotta look this up, chat. Because this seems like a real crazy claim. And when there's crazy claims like this, I have to look into this. Because Trump wants non-woke AI. I write truck more than I write Trump. Wants Trump wants non-woke AI. Oh, this is straight from the WhiteHouse.gov. Hold on. Yo, is this fucking serious?
Fact sheet. President Donald J. Trump prevents woke AI in the federal government. The White House. July 23rd, 2025.
Was I under a rock? We're going to start looking what the fucking White House is saying every day, too. Because I feel like that is the most important thing I can do for you guys. Is let you guys know what's coming directly from the White House. Because this motherfucker stopped using Twitter. And he uses the WhiteHouse.gov now.
July 23rd, 2025. Preventing woke AI in the federal government. Today, President Donald J. Trump signed an executive order to ensure that artificial intelligence, AI, models procured by the federal government prioritize truthfulness and ideological neutrality. President Trump is protecting Americans from...
So they got the Grok AI. Ain't this around the time Grok turned racist, too?
From biased AI outputs driven by ideologies like diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, at the cost of accuracy. The order directs agency heads to...
So now we're finding out that Trump is the reason why Grok became racist. Because after Trump put this bullshit online on July 23rd, Grok became racist.
Procure only large language models, LLMs, that adhere to unbiased AI principles defined in the order, truth-seeking and ideological neutrality. Truth-seeking means that LLMs shall be truthful and prioritize historical accuracy, scientific inquiry, and objectivity, and acknowledge uncertainty where reliable information...
Do you remember that Grok was like, yeah, we got a very good person that could fix these problems? Oh, my facts don't... Like, these motherfuckers is goofy.
Information is incomplete or contradictory. Ideological neutrality means that LLMs shall be neutral, nonpartisan tools that do not manipulate responses in favor of ideological dogmas like DEI, and that developers will not intentionally encode partisan or ideological judgments into an LLM's outputs unless those judgments are prompted by or readily accessible to the end user. The order instructs the Director of the Office of Management and Budget, in consultation with other federal leaders,
There
to
used to be a
issue
way to
guidance
get
for
right on it.
agency.
Okay, we're going to hit the articles, right? All news. What is going on in Trump world today? This one's from today. This one's from today, correct? Yeah, Friday the 26th. What is Trump talking about? Presidential message on the 45th Ryder Cup. What the fuck is a Ryder Cup?
Presidential message on the 45th Ryder Cup. The White House. September 26th, 2025. Today, I look forward to joining thousands of fans on Long Island, New York, to root for Team USA as we begin our epic duel with Team Europe for the 45th Ryder Cup. As one of the greatest...
What the fuck is a Ryder Cup, though? What is a Ryder Cup? Oh, it's golf, okay.
Greatest rivalries in the history of sports, the Ryder Cup is golf's ultimate team event. Golf instills self-reliance and personal accountability on and off the course. Championship golf requires tremendous skill, determination.
So is Trump going to go up against Kim Jong-un for the World Cup? Because I heard Trump and Kim Jong-un both only hit hole-in-ones.
Determination and focus, but at the Ryder Cup, it is patriotism, teamwork, and camaraderie that inspire the players to greatness. From the fiery chants of USA to the giants of the game leading each team, the Ryder Cup is one of the most unique scenes in sports, and this year's matches will be truly legendary. Our nation is especially pleased to host Team Europe at the iconic Bethpage Black Course. As one of the most challenging and prestigious public courses in our country, Bethpage is a fitting venue for golf's preeminent national event. In America, all are welcome to play, but only the best will be hailed as champions. As we prepare to celebrate 250 glorious years of American independence.
Do you guys hear the coded language that he's saying? Do you hear the coded language that this man is saying? Oh, yeah, hold on. It's right here.
Independence. The Ryder Cup also reminds us of our special relationship with the United Kingdom and our shared culture. America, all are welcome to play, but only the best will be hailed as champions.
You hear this shit? What did they say Elon Musk was doing?
As we prepare to celebrate 250...
But just know, it ain't even Trump writing this shit or anybody in the White House. This is the non-woke AI.
250 glorious years of American independence. The Ryder Cup also
slow,
reminds
yo.
us of our special relationship with the United
Fuck
Kingdom
is
and our
slow.
shared cultural heritage with the continent of Europe. The sportsmanship and good-hearted competition that will be on display throughout this weekend serve as a shining example to the...
So Trump is glazing dudes playing with sticks and balls. If you want Trump to come see you, you might be able to get a stick and a ball. You know, if you put a stick and a ball together, Trump might pull a mega move on you.
Fact sheet. President Donald J. Trump develops new strategy to counter domestic terrorism and organized political violence. The White House. September 25th, 2025. Countering domestic terrorism. Today, President Donald J. Trump signed a National Security Presidential Memorandum, NSPM.
Yeah, I feel like this is what we should do. We should go over, that's what I'm going to do every night. We're going to go over what's going on. So we're going to catch up on today. And then when we come on tonight, we'll see if he posted anything else. We'll go down his stuff. And then we'll see what's top 10 trending. Because it makes more sense. Like, let's know what motherfuckers is saying in the White House at all times.
NSPM, establishing a comprehensive strategy to investigate, disrupt, and dismantle all stages of organized political violence and domestic terrorism. The NSPM directs the Federal Bureau of Investigation's Joint Terrorism Task Force, JTTF, to coordinate this national strategy to investigate, prosecute, and disrupt entities and individuals engaged in political violence and intimidation designed to suppress lawful activity or obstruct the rule of law. This approach will focus on all aspects of the organized strategy that results in political violence and intimidation, including radicalization, recruitment, funding mechanisms, non-governmental organization involvement, related financial crimes, and the ultimate acts of political violence and intimidation themselves, using authorities across the entire federal government and a broader investigative focus. The NSPM requires the Attorney General to prosecute all federal crimes related to organized political violence. The Attorney General is also directed to issue guidance that ensures domestic terrorism priorities include politically motivated terrorist acts like organized doxing campaigns, swatting, rioting, and property crimes. The guidance will also identify behaviors, fact patterns, and recurrent motivations common to organizations and entities that coordinate these acts in order to stop political violence before it occurs. The NSPM instructs the Secretary of the Treasury to identify and disrupt financial networks that fund domestic terrorism and political violence, and directs the IRS Commissioner to ensure tax-exempt entities do not directly or indirectly finance political violence or domestic terrorism, referring violators to the Department of Justice. It instructs the Attorney General to recommend groups or entities.
So basically, if you coming against this administration, they want to make you an enemy. They're doing everything they was hating on the last administration for doing. Now, me, myself, I was hating on the last administration for doing all this bullshit too. And I'm just like, when is this shit going to stop? Because y'all is fucking goofy. You know, some people got to pay attention to politics because you do stuff to us that, like, affects how much money we make. You affect everything. You're affecting everything on a daily basis. I got to pay attention to it, even if I don't like y'all motherfuckers.
Fact sheet. President Donald J. Trump directs the enforcement of death penalty laws in the District of Columbia. The White House. September 25th, 2025. Deterring and punishing heinous crimes. Today, President Donald J. Trump signed a presidential memorandum directing the Attorney General and the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia to fully enforce federal capital punishment laws to deter and punish the most heinous crimes in our nation's capital.
I feel like, right, the DP should only be eligible for one crime, and it's not the crime that we make it eligible for now. You know what I mean? Like, I do think we need like a mandatory minimum 3 strikes or whatever, you know what I mean? You get caught up doing that sick shit or whatever, you know? What should be saying?
Order directs these federal prosecutors to seek the death penalty in all appropriate cases in the District of Columbia where the evidence and applicable facts justify such a sentence. It directs the Attorney General and U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia to pursue federal jurisdiction to the maximum extent practicable for death penalty-eligible crimes in Washington, D.C. Protecting public safety. By enforcing the death penalty law against D.C.'s worst offenders, President Trump underscores his determination to protect our nation's capital for all Americans who visit and reside there and ensure violent criminals face the toughest consequences under law.
So basically, Trump said he gonna clap you if you fuck up D.C. or whatever. Basically, he said we don't clap you there, we're gonna clap you over time. This is getting crazy. Fact sheet: President Trump directs enforcement. That's what we just heard. Oh, no. TikTok. How much shit did he do yesterday? Yeah, I don't have time for this shit, chat. Like, what? Listen, I'm gonna make a full show out of this tonight. I got shit I gotta do or whatever. We gonna catch like 2 more things going on. Like the gold star he gave to the gold star and the gold star and the gold star. And what's going on with TikTok? You guys ready to hear about the TikTok? It's owned by Fox News now.
Fact sheet. President Donald J. Trump saves TikTok while protecting national security. The White House.
I thought you said TikTok was a threat to national security, though.
House. September 25th, 2025. Saving TikTok from going dark. Today, President Donald J. Trump signed an executive order saving TikTok from a ban while protecting America's national security. President Trump has determined that the divestiture outlined in a proposed framework agreement, in which TikTok's U.S. application would be operated by a new joint venture company based in the United States, is a qualified divestiture. It will be majority-owned by U.S. investors, operated in the U.S. by a board of directors with national security and cybersecurity credentials, and subject to strict rules to protect Americans' data and our national security. ByteDance will hold less than 20% of the stock as required by law, choose only one director of the 7-seat board, and be excluded from the company's security committee. Oracle, one of the nation's leading technology companies, will act as TikTok's security provider and independently monitor and assure the safety of all operations in the U.S. The proposed divestiture resolves the national security concerns and complies with the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary-Controlled Applications Act, by removing TikTok in the United States from China's control. The divestiture puts the operation of the algorithm, code, and content moderation decisions under the control of the new joint venture. The divestiture prohibits the storage of sensitive U.S. user data in a manner that would allow such data to be under the control of a foreign adversary. All U.S. user data will be
When
stored in
they
a
see
trusted,
you
secure,
coming,
and purpose-built cloud
they just
environment
take
in the
off
United
running.
States run by Oracle.
Do you?
The
Do
divestiture includes
you?
intense
Do
monitoring of
you?
software updates, the algorithm, and data flows, and it
So,
requires all recommendation models,
pack
including
light.
algorithms, that use U.S. user data to be retrained and monitored by America's trusted security partners.
Hey, that's just crazy, guys. So he say TikTok. He say TikTok. Death penalty in the District of Columbia. We already heard of that. Countering domestic terrors. Gold Star mothers and families. Who's the Gold Star? Donald Trump is giving people Gold Stars.
Gold Star Mothers and Families Day, 2025. Proclamations. September 25th, 2025. By the President of the United States of America. A proclamation. Since the dawn of our republic, millions of brave men and women have answered.
Why? Who the fuck still writes like this, y'all? Who the fuck still writes like this? Donald J. Trump.
Answered the call of liberty to preserve peace, uphold our sovereignty, and defend the sacred ideals that have defined our nation for nearly 250 years. Countless souls have perished in this noble pursuit, their supreme sacrifice borne by surviving families with profound sorrow, remarkable strength, and inspiring dignity.
Hey! Would you go to the Diddy party if Trump was there? Would you go to the Trump party if Diddy was there? What if Kim Kardashian was there too? And all these other motherfuckers. Joe Biden and all that shit.
This Gold Star Mothers and Families Day, we remember and honor the loved ones of those patriots who paid the highest price for our birthright of freedom. The supreme sacrifice of our fallen heroes is neither solitary nor finite. Instead, it is shared by bereaved families who bury the fallen and wage an unending battle of unfathomable heartache that is not erased by the passage of time. Gold Star families know better than anyone the tremendous cost of our freedom, paid for by the blood.
Oh, my bad for laughing. I forgot what Gold Star was. Now, if you guys lost somebody or whatever that actually served, you know what I mean? You and your family is patriots. Not Alex Jones and all these other goofy ass motherfuckers.
Blood of their beloved husbands, wives, sons, daughters, fathers, and mothers who forfeited their hopes and dreams so that others may live with peace, safety, and liberty in the greatest country on the face of the earth. We are eternally grateful for.
We're gonna move on past that. Saving TikTok. Democrats press on with shutdown. Even the media isn't buying their instructions. Like, look at this goofy ass shit. Now, I feel like Trump wrote this. I feel like this wasn't written by the AI. Or Trump had the AI write this, maybe.
Democrats press on with shutdown threats. Even the media isn't buying their obstruction. The White House. September 25th, 2025. Democrats are threatening to hold government funding hostage to score political points, ignoring the real-world consequences, barreling our country towards a government shutdown if Republicans don't adhere to their roughly $1.5 trillion wish list. The American people want to keep their government open, and even the media isn't buying Democrats' political posturing. Politico reports Democrats are using the shutdown as political leverage. It's Republicans who are pushing a clean 7-week continuing resolution, which they say will buy time for more negotiations on full-year spending bills and possibly an extension of expiring health insurance subsidies. Democrats, meanwhile, wrote an alternative 4-week punt that tacks on a laundry list of other demands, including a permanent extension of the insurance subsidies. Senate Democrats are to blame as Congress heads toward a government shutdown, Bloomberg reports. Democrats, unable to slow Trump's agenda or even garner.
Hey, but they all voted. They all voted unanimously on one thing.
Garner much media attention for their efforts, are under increasing pressure to risk a shutdown. Schumer in March backed off from a similar threat and allowed 10 Democrats to vote for a temporary spending bill. He is taking a tougher line this time, even as some of the same 10 senators refuse to say how they will vote in the end. The New York Times reports Democrats are to blame for blocking the GOP bill to fund the government through November. Senate Democrats on Friday blocked Republicans' plan to keep federal funding flowing past a September 30th deadline, demanding concessions on health care and...
So this is interesting. I feel like this is going to be our first stop for news. We're going to see what the White House is saying directly, because me being a United States citizen, that's one of the things that affects my life the most. And then I tell you guys to go to your individual governor websites to see what they're talking about. I used to read this shit every day, but I didn't know I could make it read it to you guys or whatever. So this is kind of like relaxing. I can passively absorb what's going on or whatever with the politics, and then not even give a real opinion on it. Because you guys know my opinion is I don't like none of these motherfuckers. I got shit I gotta do. I'm gonna make some lunch. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Not tomorrow, maybe tonight. Yeah, we might come back on tonight. figure out what's going on with all this shit. We got a nice little method going. Cause like I'm passively not even fully involved with this joint like I used to be. I don't gotta be fully involved in it. I ain't gotta be fully involved in it. That's a blessing. It's a blessing. And you guys just getting in. You guys go back all the way to the beginning, catch the replay. I try to keep the show kind of entertaining, kind of fun or whatever. You know, we be trolling a little bit, but you know, somebody gotta troll y'all. Ooh, a little bit. Let me just say something. I'll let y'all. Peace.